But yeah, so you just woke up one morning and got a text from North Dakota? Or?
Yeah. So the company that I hired, Native Manor Artists, her name's Jess Antoinette. She calls me and she was like, "You're not going to believe this. You have an FM radio station in Fargo, North Dakota,
Yeah.
ready to go. Interview you, play it." So it was cool having that experience.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
First FM down, man.
Yeah.
A million to go, right?
Yeah, that's like a birthday or something.
Dude, an early birthday, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
That's
very
a good
much
feeling.
so.
You eat sushi that night, man. What's besides that, like how'd you get the manager the people that manage?
So there's a few marketing teams in Nashville
Right.
that specifically focus on press releases, website work, single releases. It's all a la carte. It's all, available to pick at your choosing depending on what you are in your career. And I needed a website designer in the beginning. So I, from a few buddies, got connected through Native Manor. And when she approached me, I realized, we need a lot more than just a website.
Right.
We need to get down to the gritty and start real foundation. Because, if you don't have that, a lot of the next step things will never come to play, because you really need this huge foundation business-wise and admin-wise to really get to that next level. So we worked from the ground up, from the website to the electronic press kits to pitching to podcasts and the whole 9 yards, man. So, and that was about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So it's seen fruition, man. Made it to the FM stations, going on the road a lot more, playing more festivals. So it's been really good.
When it comes to investing in yourself, music is an entrepreneurial thing, and when you have a product, there's certain metrics that that the product has an ability to scale. But as an artist, it's total belief in yourself. Other people say you're good, etc. But what do you think stands you out?
I think my live performing stands me out. I think I've had a lot of experience here in Mobile,
right?
Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where I started. That I toured with a Motown band company that's from here.
Yeah.
And that really taught me the logistics of how it works, and to really get the type of challenge to work with musicians much better than you.
Yeah.
So, and if you're healthy about it, it makes you step up to the game and learn.
And what do you mean by like a Motown band?
Oh, like a 12-piece Motown band, tuxes, choreography, weddings, conventions,
and
the whole 9 yards.
With them.
I signed a contract. So it was a company that managed about 4 or 5 of them.
Right.
And I signed a contract with them. I'm pretty sure they're still rolling down here. And yeah, I was a singer for them and a guitar player acoustically. I was the country singer for them down there. Yeah. So it was really cool, man. And having that going into Nashville and having the professional musicians that they did.
You must meet.
Really helps.
Yeah. You meet people.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, they're all in the business.
Yeah.
These guys have been in the business for 20-something years. They know, in fact, like the manager of the Motown band was the first one that got me in the doors at a place in Nashville.
Right.
He was like, I got this place in Nashville. If you're moving up there, check it out. And it got me through the door. So, yeah, I think for me, live performance is a big thing. I do know that obviously social media is the big thing and things like that. But in the end, people are going to buy tickets to your show. You better be able to put on a good show.
That's how an artist makes his money.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.
Mm-hmm. Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. Today's new wave, Danny Spiro.
Yo, good to be back in Mobile, Alabama, baby. Roll Tide, by the way.
Go Tigers.
Oh, you're from New Orleans.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
That's all right. LSU looks good, man.
Yes.
They look good.
They look like they're too good to be true.
Well,
that's how it always is.
Welcome to our world where,
Exactly.
you don't know what's next. But no, it's good to be back in Mobile. Thank you for having me, man.
I really appreciate you for coming down from Nashville, man. And yes, I've had several people that have done the Nashville run on here, but I don't know if to your extent of 10 years learning what you've learned. I mean, let's just start with when you went over there to begin with. Did you go initially with the Motown band, or how did you enter
No,
into it?
so the contract was coming up with the Motown band to either renew. I wanted to take the next step in my career.
So you were with the Motown band prior to Nashville.
Oh yeah. So it was right before I left, and I had never visited Nashville. I didn't really know anybody. I had an old guitar player and his girlfriend move up there about 6 months before, and they had an extra room. So one day I remember I was sitting in my kitchen down here, and I was like, you know what? If I don't do this now, I don't know when I'll ever take the chance.
Absolutely.
So I said yes to his offer to have a little spare bedroom, and I moved myself up there, man. And that was 10 years ago, back in March. So
Wow, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
When you first showed up, was it a bit nervous for you?
Oh, I thought I made the biggest mistake of my life.
Right.
I gave up regular shows down here.
Right.
I gave up my job. I was working at Baumhauer's. Yeah, great lemon pepper chicken, man. Great wings. I think they moved the locations, but yeah, I was moving. I was kind of building a life down here,
Right.
looking for other lines of work, maybe trade or anything. But no, I
Full send.
full sended it, dude.
Yeah.
And but yeah, when I first got there, I was terrified. I was like, oh my, I just made the worst decision of my entire life.
I mean, because in what I've heard, it's like you're looking up and you just see Mount Nashville. It's like, how do people even climb it?
It's it's overwhelming when you first get there, because you're looking down Broadway and you're looking at the Grand Ole Opry, and then you go down. The craziest is going down Music Row. In Midtown, and you're looking at all the signs of congratulations to this number one and this number one, and then you see the Sony building and the Warner building and all the huge labels like Big Machine and BMG, and you're like, oh, this is way over my head.
Right.
You're like, I did not, coming as a musician down here, I didn't personally know a lot about the business.
Right.
I was so focused on being on the road and playing that I didn't know.
It's definitely like a different bubble in Mobile, right? Like,
yeah, I mean it's a great community, but when
you get there, it's the industry.
It's the music business town.
Yeah,
and then you really see how the whole thing works and how the machine pumps out music and artists and songwriters, and it's all day, every day.
Right. So were you doing, what year was that then? That's 2015?
2015, like 2015 going into 2016.
So were you performing cover songs at that point?
Yeah. I started doing more originals down here, but the writers' rounds and showcases are very frequent in Nashville.
Right.
Which allows me to play more originals. And then a lot of the bars up there also want you to do originals. Like they're like, hey, look, do the covers, but you're more than welcome to do your originals. And you have a lot of people request for them. So it slowly, and don't get me wrong, I play cover gigs all the time, but it does slowly turn into more original songs.
So right. It's like it's encouraged to showcase what you're made of, right? Mm-hmm. But it's still so tough to make it over there.
Oh yeah, it's a grind. It's nonstop.
Right. I mean, what are people doing for work besides music in Nashville?
Oh, they're working in restaurants. They're driving Ubers.
Right.
They're door dashing. They're walking dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that's kind of understood, that you're going to have another job.
Yeah.
I mean, though I played music full time there for about 7 years. Uh-huh. And it's great, but it can burn you out. And, that can also take away from songwriting, being able to network and go to songwriter rounds, being able to have a voice that's 100% to go into a studio and record, make meetings.
Yeah, I like that you brought that up. Having a voice, you find that your voice also gets burned out.
Oh, I mean, if you play 4-hour gigs with no breaks, 5 days a week,
God,
you're not 5, 6. Some play 6 to 7 days a week. I mean, I remember playing like 2 4-hour shows a day for 4 days a week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's 8-hour sets.
Right.
I mean,
And what gives you the energy to play that next song in those times?
they'll love it. I mean, I know that's kind of a generic, but the love for it. The I love the work process to this, and
Okay.
you have to.
And
If
yeah,
you're going to
it's
be in this, it's more grinding than it is, coasting.
right.
Like the coasting happens every now and then, but if you don't love the work part of it, it's not going to be for you because that's what it is like 99% of the time.
Well, I definitely think it's evident that you enjoy the work aspect of it. We'll tap into the social media at some point, or we can talk about it now just briefly.
Yeah, yeah.
You, you're your understanding of the social media side of things is obviously in the higher percentile compared to other artists, and just people in general. I guess it's like you've committed yourself to understanding the social media. Are there?
Yeah, and that I say is because I live in Nashville.
Right.
I mean, there are many perks of living in that city. It is expensive,
Mm.
it's hard to get work, but you do see what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And when it comes to social media, it is just as important as anything else that you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be more important because you still have to have good music. You still have to be able to play at shows. You still have to be able to sell tickets and talk
Right.
to people, but it's up there. So yeah, and I mean, I credit that to being to Nashville because you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I started rough. Like you're awkward in front of a camera. You're by yourself. I love the adrenaline while playing music. That's why I feel like I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
When you don't have that and you're not on a stage and you're sitting in your office or your bedroom with a cell phone camera mounted and you're looking at it and you're trying to do the latest TikTok trend or Instagram post or you're going live for people, you go through this huge awkward stage that I think most artists, including myself, pushed back so much.
Because there's no adrenaline when you're doing that.
Well, it's not something that most artists before us ever had to worry about,
Right.
or ever think about doing. Like they were,
Right. Everything you've been told is like, don't
it's
do this.
flipped.
Yeah.
It's 100% flipped.
Yeah.
It has turned to a lot of more self-marketing,
Yeah.
like what we talked about. Like it's very much on you to have a package with a bow tied around it and it's perfect and it's ready to push to the labels. And that means all your marketing, your branding, your advertisement, targeting, and how you do all that. That's all on you now.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. So you have to learn basically more of the music business and a marketing business than you ever had to as an artist. So that's hard for musicians. And a lot of them who are very talented push back.
Yeah.
And I understand. Like, I've been there.
Yeah.
Did that. I was like, I don't need it. I'll just keep playing music and someone will just find me.
Someone will just find me.
Doesn't work like that.
The biggest fairy tale.
Yeah, it is. It's a fairy tale. Does not work like that. Labels sign momentum,
Right.
not development.
And yes, were we talking about labels prior to starting this podcast? Do you recall?
Yeah, we were kind of talking.
I definitely want to bring it up if we haven't mentioned it.
Yeah, so the labels, like I said, they are your finances.
Their bank.
They're the bank.
Bank analogy.
Yeah, they're the bank. You know, and you have to realize that's what they're there for. And don't get me wrong, they're also there because they work with the big agencies, the big promotional companies, so they can get you into the venues like the Wharf, the Grand Ole Opry, the Ryman, all those. A lot of that you do have to. They have the resources, they have the connections and networks, and that's all more incentive to sign to a label. But the biggest thing is finances.
Right.
But they're not developing. You have to have your stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean it's new for artists of this generation. It really is, because I remember being a kid and I saw artists in the early 2000s. They didn't have really social media in the late 90s when they were growing.
Yeah.
So like by the time like 2010 hit and they got huge and became these superstars, after that was like the beginning of social media being your marketing tools.
Right.
So yeah, it has changed a lot in that way.
when you're starting off in Nashville, how did you find your gigs initially?
So I listened to the manager that I had for the Motown band. He got me into a place called Belcourt Taps, which was predominantly original music.
Right.
So that was really cool to go right into that avenue of meeting big songwriters and playing next to them in writers' rounds randomly. And you hear all these great songwriters and you learn where you're weak at.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's the way you're supposed to write a song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're smart, you'll learn from them. The networking is so important in the songwriter rounds because they're there.
And
you got to talk to them.
What are some skills that you've learned to
Just got to
network
be a
correctly?
nice person.
Yeah.
Just professional and nice. It's so simple.
So simple.
Just be a good person.
Right. But like, how do you get your point across eventually? that you wanna work with them?
You know, when it comes to like connecting with big songwriters, you really just have to bond with them outside of music.
Outside of music.
You know,
Yeah.
because I'm sure all day, every day, they have people walk up to you, hey, we should write sometime. Hey, we
Yeah.
should write sometime.
And then,
And
yeah.
the truth is, they're never actually bonding with the human being.
Right.
And I think that's most important because in the end, like this business is about relationships and it's about having people that you can rely on.
Man, I really like that you address that. It's you have to find something in common outside of it, and then that'll just make it so easy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, we're on this world to build relationships with
Right.
people. And in that business, it's very important, just like any other business, to actually, with your coworkers and your peers, to actually have a real relationship with them. Nothing where it's just transactional.
Right.
You know, because you know, I think a lot of people fall into that hole.
Everybody likes like flying kites or eating salmon.
Yeah.
Find something like that.
Yeah, you know, or just, I mean, just, you know, hey, dude, where are you from?
Yeah, that too.
Oh, Arizona Wildcats. Cool. I'm a big football fan. What do you think the Pac-12?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's, and, you know, you're not going to be liked by everyone and you're not going to bond with everybody, but that's fine. The point is that you're making it a point to be in this community.
Right.
That's also the biggest thing. Is like, you know, putting into this community as much as you're taking from it.
Mm.
And if you're just taking and you're not putting anything back and you're not making these relationships and you're not helping each other out, because this business is a lot of no's, failures, negatives. Nah, we're not interested.
Right.
That's rough.
Especially on Nashville, Broadway.
Every day.
Every day.
It's no. So we're in that together.
So interesting, man. I've never been to Nashville. It's just visualizing how you're describing it. It just feels like you go there off of this fairy tale idea that this is where everything blossoms. You get hit with that rejection, but you're just filled with the optimism based on how much music is around you, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you just see that there are so many avenues
Right.
into the business. There's so many ways to develop your career and roads to take to make a good living.
Yeah.
You know.
Music feeds the soul, but food feeds the future. Right here on the Gulf Coast, thousands of families don't know where their next meal is coming from. Feeding the Gulf Coast is changing that tune one meal at a time. Imagine this. For every $1, you can provide up to 5 meals. That's like turning a quiet solo into a full-blown jam session of hope for someone in need. Let's turn the volume up on kindness and down on hunger. Visit feedingthegulfcoast.org to donate today, because together we can make sure no one goes hungry on or off the stage. Feeding the Gulf Coast, because every community deserves an encore. Whoa, 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 don't let the dogs out. The City of Mobile Animal Shelter has many loving pets ready for a nice home. Whether you're looking for a dog like Snoop or a cat like Doja, the City of Mobile Animal Shelter is where you can find your next friendly companion. They're located at 855 Owen Street, and you can stop by anytime between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We all need a little bow wow in our lives. Call 251-208-2800 because the City of Mobile Animal Shelter has you covered. That's 251-208-2800. Roof. So where are you at around year 3, year 4 in that 10-year gap?
I was working at a restaurant. I lived in a shoebox downtown, right off of Broadway, because I figured if I was going to move there, I was going to move to the heart of it, because I didn't know it, and I was like, I got nothing to lose. So I moved into this 400 square foot studio apartment in this old historical building on 2nd Avenue and Broadway, and I found a restaurant that was like 15 steps away. Wow. So I worked at this restaurant, and then this bar offered me a job. Well, a job. I played for tips only, basically. Right. The guy was like, yeah, you can play as much as you want. We just can't afford a band. I've heard that
too with Nashville.
Yeah, there's a few of them like that. But you know what? I was so green that I was willing to take anything. I was like, hey, just give me the job. I'll put a tip jug out and play.
Yeah.
And you learn how to, one, you learn if you really want to be there. You know, because that's one thing. Yeah. And two, you learn how to work a crowd.
To get those tips.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, please dive into that for me.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the job, is learning your crowd and learning how to work them. And Broadway was one of the best was one of the best things I'd ever done.
Was there anything you implemented that you learned from watching Three Doors Down?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You looked at that? Yeah. First concert, man. Yeah, it was just cool to see like a band that, one, I loved, and two, them being from this area.
Right.
I was like, man, they did their own sound. It was productive. They're workhorses, that band.
Yeah.
Like everything I always read about them, they were always the grinders. Like they never just coasted. Right. Even though they were very successful, they were the working man's band. Mm. And they helped me realize, along with a few other artists, that you don't have to be Taylor Swift in order to like make a great living.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like bands like Three Doors Down, very successful, but they were workers. Yeah, they're blue collar guys, you know, and they showed me, and a lot of artists, like there's a ton of artists that have great fan bases that aren't necessarily huge, but they're playing for their fans, and they're playing in cool venues all across the country, and they're on the road, and they have a great life. But you know, they don't own their own private jets, but that's okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and I think when you move to Nashville, you realize that there is success without being an idol.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And Three Doors Down was one of those bands that I always looked at being like, oh, wow, you know, it's possible.
So what were some things that you kind of took from seeing how they performed?
I saw that they incorporated a lot of what they do what the sound was down here. They incorporated the blues, rock, country sound.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if that was a sound, because I didn't leave Mobile much. So I wasn't sure if that was a sound that could expand further out into the country as far as, you know, popularity and the songwriting. You know, they just had such a unique tone to them, and they incorporated a lot of different genre influences. And that's from coming from this area, from the Gulf Coast.
Right.
And I did the same. So it was cool to see a band incorporate a lot of what the Gulf Coast had in a gumbo pot, basically, and it be successful. So it gave me that inspiration, because I come from influences from everything: reggae, rock, pop, blues, jazz, country, Motown, obviously. You know what I mean? So like, I was worried that wouldn't be marketable. And seeing a band like Three Doors Down, you know, plus the electrifying performances. One day I do want pyro and fire coming out of the sides of the stage. That was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you see him at initially?
I was at the Pensacola Civic Center.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, it was cool. I was 14, man. It was Shinedown, Seether.
Didn't go to sleep that night.
No, man. No, it was wild, dude. That was the first rock concert. That was the first like real concert I'd ever been to.
Yeah.
And when you see like the lights and the fire and the sound and the way like a crowd reacts,
nobody had their phones out.
No, not back then. Yeah. You know, we all had razors back then. Remember the Motorola Razor? Yeah, it was razors back then. So
nobody's popping out their BlackBerry.
No, they tried. Yeah. You know, I don't know if those videos are great, but yeah, dude, it was mesmerizing. And when you see it as a kid that was already kind of inclined to playing music, I was like, oh, I'm sold. No need for anything else. I'm going to be a musician.
At Roosters, we are committed to using quality, locally sourced ingredients as often as possible. That's why we partnered with Bayou Corps Farms to take their heirloom corn, locally grown in Bon Secours, and use it to create the corn flour for our new always fresh corn tortillas. Our other partner, Tortilleria E&H in Daphne, receives the Bayou Corps corn flour and uses it to make the tortillas. The heirloom corn tortillas then get delivered to Roosters, where they are used to make our signature tacos. The end result is freshness and flavor you can't get anywhere else. Roosters, for the love of food.
Hey fighters, listen up. Are you tired of feeling like your conditioning holds you back in competition? It's time to bridge the gap between theory and real performance. At Dexter's Fitness Center, we're launching a combat sports strength and conditioning program designed for boxers, kickboxers, MMA fighters, and combat athletes who want to get faster, stronger, and more flexible while building the endurance to go the distance. No more outdated workouts, no more burnout. This program is built to enhance your skill work, prevent injuries, and maximize your potential without wasting your time or overwhelming your body. Training starts August 12th at Dexter's Fitness Center, 1900 Government Street, Mobile, Alabama. Sessions are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. If you're ready to step into every fight confident, prepared, and in peak condition, call 251-709-2654 or email contact@dextersfitnesscenter.com today. Let's build the fighter you're meant to be.
So,
jeez, man,
that was it. It's so crazy making that decision as a 14-year-old because, like,
well, when did you touch down? How old were you when you touched down in Nashville?
What up? I'm 34 now, so I was about 25.
Okay, got it.
26, I think. Yeah, 25, 26 was my first years in Nashville.
Jeez, what'd your family think?
You know, they're accepting of who I am.
Yeah.
And that I am a little different and beat to a different drum. And they realize that I really had a passion for it. Because, I mean, they saw me practice my guitar by myself
10 hours
in my room. For real. Just sitting in my room. And they'd never seen me do anything like that before. So I think deep down inside, they always kind of knew, okay, this is probably what he's going to end up doing. So we might as well just be on board.
Yeah.
And they're not in the music business. You know, my dad's a combat vet. You know, mom's a nurse. So, like, we never grew up to any sort of music inclination, anything. So it was a very odd, out of left field that all of a sudden I found a knack for playing music. Yeah. So, it was cool. But they're, you know what? They love what I do. They see that I'm happy.
Right.
And, you know, and ambitious.
Man, so year 3, you're as a waiter and as a bartender and just finding different gigs around town, performing with the tip jar. What are some things that enhance the crowd and get them to drop some tips?
Obviously playing what they want. Yeah. Taking requests. That's a huge thing on Broadway.
Did you ever get a song that you didn't know how to play, but you had to learn it on the spot?
All the time.
On the spot?
All the time.
How's that?
All the time. It's sometimes awful. It comes out terribly.
Oh.
But they laugh.
Yeah.
You make it funny.
Yeah.
You tell them, look, you know, you're going to hate this song after I play it because now every time you hear the song, you're going to think of me playing it and you're going to see me butcher it. But if you make a joke about it and let them know, hey, look, never played it before, but we'll give it a shot. You know, and that's all you got to do, man. These people are there for fun. They're happy. They're having a good time. If you also go with the flow of just having a good time up there with them, they're cool.
You know, I think we're tapping into something that's, you know, in how you address meeting people that are songwriters that expect you to do one thing, the fans that expect you to do one thing, but if you're able to connect on a common ground of, like, with a different conversation or a different type of song that you're playing and you just make it something else that's also entertaining.
Yeah.
There's a way to bridge those gaps.
Yeah. And that is your brand.
Right.
In the end, that's the big word for it. Yeah. It's your brand. Yeah. It's how you wrap up all that into a box with a bow on top and it's good to go.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And that takes years.
Right.
And it takes a lot of help. I mean, like, I hired people to help me with that, and most artists do, because I mean, if you're like, my whole career in music before I moved to Nashville, and even the first few years in Nashville, was playing cover gigs.
Yeah.
So when your whole life is that, you're not even thinking about what you need to be as an artist, quote unquote. And that's so much more on the marketing side, and and the branding is the big thing. So writing songs that fit your brand, writing music that fits the brand, what your look is going to be, what you say, and what you push on social media, and it comes down to like what color schemes you're using and what your wall looks like on your Instagram, to make sure that if it's blues for this single, okay, we're going to make sure that it's all tinted blue on the wall. I mean, it really is the little things like that. So yeah, to bridge the gap with everything.
What car you're driving?
Well, I mean, it's, what banana are you eating? Is it organic, or is it the regular? Dude, it really goes down to so many minute little things.
Yeah.
That unless you know that business, or know somebody that is successful in that business, because it also changes all the time. Like, a lot of artists change their brands per song. Like, you'll see them in one article set of clothing and then another in the next, and you just have to keep up with it. Yeah. And then every day the industry's business changes. There's always new companies coming in, new companies leaving. So if you're signed with some company that might be leaving out, you're like, oh, okay, now I got to restructure all this again. So it really is just, it's a lot of the branding is one of your biggest things to bridge the gap altogether.
Wow.
To answer your question. Yeah.
Wow. So year 6, year 7, where are we at that point?
I was playing full time on Broadway. I was playing at Tootsie's full time, Tootsie's Famous Orchid Lounge. That's like the big historic Broadway, like all the greats started right on those same stages. Yeah. And then I was playing a lot at a place called Big Machine Distillery, which is owned by the Big Machine label, or they're in conjunction with each other. And they've always been good to me. Live Oak, I was playing a lot in Music Row. Yeah.
Do you remember how you were able to kind of scale to those places?
Networking, 100%. And then doing your job, being a professional every single show.
But like, is it just, you just randomly get a call, hey, we need somebody over here?
You'll meet other musicians that'll say, hey, my partner's out. Right. Can you sub in? And then, you'll kind of get in through there, and then hopefully the booking manager will be there. Right. And you'll make a connection with them and say, hey, look, if you ever need a sub, just call me. If I'm available, I'll be there. Yeah. And the more you do that, and the more you say, it's about saying yes. Yeah. Say yes to everything.
Were there points where you said yes too many times and you got messed up?
Yeah, and you get burnt out. But like,
I like double booked or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not really double booked, but there is saying yes a lot can mean your schedule is tight. Yeah. And you're going from a writer's round, you'll play an 11 2 p.m. show. Right. And then you'll play a writer's round at 7. And then you got a 10 p.m. In between. Yeah. And then you got a 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. show. God. And then you repeat the whole thing the next day. It's like that, man. Oh, God. Yeah, very much. Jeez, very much so. Yeah, you can't...
glass always full.
Yeah. I mean, if you're smart. I mean, in the beginning especially, saying yes to everything is very smart. Say yes to open mics. Yeah. Go to those. Yeah. You never know who you're going to meet. Yeah. And they're also the people that run open mics. A lot of the times are the people that run the writers round. So if they like what you're doing, or if you make a relationship with them, they'll ask you to play a writers round. So
what is a writers round?
So basically, it's 3 to 4 people on a stage. Acoustic guitars, keyboard is usually what they do. Some people will be singing with a guitar player behind them. And basically, you just round. One person will start original song, and then you'll do like 3 passes, basically 3 to 4 passes, depending on how many people.
There are judges or what?
No, it's just really to push. For me, it's a great way to, one, network, to meet other songwriters, producers that are looking for artists. Right. There's a lot of publishing people out there that are looking for songs. Right. For me, as an artist, it's a great way for me to test out music, to see if this song that I like works for
What's
crowds.
a comparison of a writer's round to something else?
I don't think they're really.
So yeah,
It's its own thing, man. It really is. It's
3 to 4 people on a stage, and y'all just take turns playing your latest songs.
yeah, yeah. And
to a
then
crowd?
there will be like 3 rounds. It'll be from like 6 to 10, and each round is an hour with different people. So like it'll be one set of people from 6 to 7, then another set of
And
people.
then y'all just rinse and repeat for 4 hours.
Well, everyone plays their own music, and then it's all you do is play 3 or 4 songs, and that's it. Then you get off stage, network, meet people, meet some publishing guys, meet people that work for the distribution companies like ASCAP, BMI, like because I'm a BMI artist.
Right.
So anyone from BMI that I can meet that are representatives for the music, and because they help out with the whole other business side of it. So
Right.
those are what you really want to do as
I wonder
a
how somebody
songwriter.
gets into like working for BMI.
You apply. And you start from entry level. I got buddies that did that route.
Yeah.
And they love what they do, But you start entry level for the most part, unless you had the network that you made. Like a lot of these music schools up there, like Belmont and SAE. Like a lot of those schools kind of plug you into those networks already.
Right.
And that's the perks of going to like a music school are those networks. But yeah, man, I mean that's a whole different. The music business executive side is a whole different world in itself. But it is cool how it all somehow all of the structured chaos comes together, and you get songs on the radio, and you find artists you like, and big concerts are always put on.
Yeah.
Because there's so many moving parts. There really are so many, from the publishing offices to the labels to the distribution.
Do you think there'll ever be a point where it's simpler?
No. I think it works exactly the way it should.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, I think one day with AI and everything, the way it's done, like the way the businesses do their work, will change greatly. But besides that, everything really is there for where it needs to be.
So then year 9 and 10.
Year 9 and 10, man. So I really focused on my artist side of it,
Right?
Recording artist thing, and
Releasing
now I'm on
songs.
the road, releasing songs, playing music festivals, and it's been cool.
Sheesh, man.
Yeah, we're back in the studio October 15th coming up for another single coming out. So I'm excited, man. It's been awesome to feel that switch into being more of the artist type of thinking,
Right?
Because it's a lot different. It's a lot more admin work. It's more sitting in front of a computer and getting your ducks in a row,
Right?
And pitching yourself and learning how to pitch yourself, and also learning who you are, because the more you know who you are as a human, the better you'll be able to brand yourself as an artist.
Yeah.
And I think
that's a good point.
it's hand in hand.
Yeah.
100%. And I think a lot of artists, including myself, struggled with that because there's a lot of deep questions. And one of the biggest questions is, why do you want to be on a stage in front of a bunch of people judging you?
Right.
Why do you feel like your voice needs to be out there into the world?
Damn, let's go, man.
Like that's a huge question. And I remember when I got that question and I started answering it, and I was like, oh, wow. And that comes back from childhood stuff. You know what I mean? And you really have to run through all of that.
Right. Why do you, if you don't mind?
I think for me, it was a lot of not being able to express myself. I had trouble doing that. I had trouble expressing
I concur
myself.
completely. I make music as well, and I've performed at college, and it's I completely agree. I think getting into just releasing any type of music, you just want to express yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, because we had trouble doing it from person to person.
Right.
I had trouble, asking for help and asking for, clarification. My thoughts were always crazy, and I was always anxious as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Especially in high school as a teenager. God, I was awful.
Yeah.
Like I could not figure it out. Like I just couldn't. I couldn't figure out school. I couldn't figure out, relationships. My mind was 1,000 different ways, but the one thing that calmed it down was music.
Yeah.
And I got everything in line because of music emotionally.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it felt like things were like straightening out.
Jeez, man,
instead of
that's
just
awesome.
bouncing all over the place in my brain, music kind of like put it in a line and put it linear. And I was
Gotcha.
like, okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is why. You
Right.
know, like, it was crazy how that worked. And I'm fortunate that I found that, because if I wouldn't have found music, I was, dude,
Yeah.
I was all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not a good kid. I was not a good I was a worse teenager. I was a good kid. Teenage years were rough. Hormones, man.
Dude, I completely agree, man. I thought about it a couple days ago, and I was just such a bad kid in class, man.
Yeah.
Like just for no reason.
If I showed up, half the time I was in Orange Beach.
That's crazy.
And I was nuts, dude. I would walk out of class and just walk to my car and go. And like thinking about that now, like I remember the front office, God bless her. She was there for years, and she would look at me just in pure confusion.
Right.
And she'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Bye." I just leave. It'd be 7:30 in the morning for homeroom, and I was already like, "Well, I'm done.
Today's not the day.
Today's not the day." I don't even know what I was thinking,
Right.
but that's how crazy it was for me in
Right.
my head and emotions, and I had such trouble being able to control any of that.
Man, I appreciate that wisdom. That's you hit the hammer on the head right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I hit the nail.
I mean, I'm sure it's true for you and most artists.
Yeah.
Trouble of expression.
Expression.
Yeah,
Right.
it's hard.
Right. You just want to have people see how you exactly feel, because you're not able to kind of express it in regular conversation. Maybe
Exactly.
you feel like you left something on the table.
Yeah, you just feel like you're not ever getting your point across.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man, thank
Yeah.
you for that, brother.
Yeah, dude.
That was
Yeah,
exactly
dude.
what-
Oh, look, this has taken a lot of years
Yeah.
to dig deep,
Yeah.
you know, and that's hard because you start going through all kinds of, why do I do this and why do I do that?
Right.
And I've learned the more that you really just figure out who you are, you will be so much better as an artist, because then you'll know the type of songs that you should be singing,
Right.
the type of topics that you really connect to, that you feel that when you sing it, people are going to connect to you because they're like, oh,
That makes sense.
this guy knows what
Right.
I'm going through.
Yeah.
Because you hear it in vocals.
Yeah.
You hear it, you see it on stage.
Yeah.
And if those songs that you're putting out are not for you, it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, and I heard it in your songs, that the reverb and like the production is just to a different degree? Have you noticed that that's what happens in Nashville? Or
Oh yeah, dude. I work with a producer named Grady Saxman. He works at
I
Saxman.
saw that, yeah.
Yeah, bro. He played drums on a couple Luke Combs songs,
Right.
and then he's produced the new artists that you hear now that are getting huge.
Yeah.
It's all coming out of his
Really?
studio, and we bonded. You know, I emailed him out of the blue because I was on Spotify and I kept going, where's this all getting produced?
yeah,
I loved, because I'm a big Texas Red Dirt fan.
I saw. Yeah,
I love that stuff, dude. I grew up to all that. And I saw the newer Texas artists, the Red Dirt sounds coming out, and I was obsessed. And I was like, who is this all going through? Finally, I looked through the credits on Spotify and it said Grady Saxman.
right.
And I typed in his name and he's in Nashville. And I was like, well, he's in Mount Juliet. But
Saxman.
yeah, all of it. All of the songs are coming from this guy. And I was like, I got
That's a
it.
gold mine.
Yeah. So I emailed him. I went to his website and it was like, send your email here to contact me. And I was like, I don't know if this guy's going to get back to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he liked it. We had a conversation. He liked what we were doing, what I was
And
doing.
what'd you send to him? You just send him some files?
Oh, yeah. I sent him just a bad voice memo of a song. It was bad. But, but I kind of told him my story and what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And he took a chance on me. So I recorded Her Favorite Color, which was the second single I ever put out.
Cocaine.
Yeah, dude. And yeah, I immediately there I was
The
like,
songwriting in that song's really good.
yeah, thanks, dude. I wrote that with two other good co-writers, Daisy Sellis and Hunt Kerbo, and I had that idea, that line in my head, and I was like, how do you even put that together? That's a crazy line. Her favorite color is cocaine.
But the way you build up with the colors that you,
Yeah.
the one I really liked was it's not the red that drips into sink.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I did.
I haven't done cocaine, Mom.
No.
Oh,
No, Mom.
43 minutes. We're gonna cut that.
Yeah. But No, yeah, like I said, the Red Dirt stuff was always more fearless writing, and they didn't shy from darker topics.
Right.
Artists like Casey Donahue and stuff talked about really serious things, like Whiskey Myers, all those guys. So I wanted a song like that, and we sat down. We only edited it about one time, but we wanted to make it really based on all colors. Like what do you see all the time? Yeah,
Right,
so
the green in our eyes.
yeah, the green in her eyes, the black dress hitting the floor, like all that stuff. Like and
midnight in her veins.
yeah,
Come
dude,
on.
like I appreciate you liking that one, man, because I was really proud of that song. I was a little bit weary putting a cocaine song out.
Right.
But the truth is it's just part of my songwriting in general.
Yeah.
Like if it wouldn't have been that song, it would have been another song that had suggestive lyrics to it.
Yeah.
So like, and I love being able to. I strive to put out any type of song, no matter how explicit or how like unsuggestive it could be.
Right.
Is if I believe in the song and it's good on stage and it's good for the brand, I'm putting it out.
And I really like your rollout as well with the 3 songs. And
oh yeah, man.
I mean, they're doing great numbers.
Yeah.
And you're also just like, you're building the foundation the right way. I just kind of dropped an album immediately and then just kind of dropped songs. And you're dropping it to an audience of deaf ears.
Yeah, I mean it's a learning process.
Yeah.
And being in Nashville, like I said, is another reason that you see like how the bigger artists are doing it.
Yeah.
And then basically you take what they're doing and you
Yeah.
with your finances try to do the best you can.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it is there's businesses all over there that are catered to independent musicians, independent artists that understand budget and understand what they can do, and yeah, I mean that first song I put out, Ecstasy, I literally recorded it and at midnight, like 2 days later, I released it.
Yeah.
Patience. I had nothing documented. I wasn't even a BMI artist yet.
Yeah.
I had nothing documented on there. I just put out the song, didn't copyright it whatsoever, nothing, no idea what I was doing, hiring graphic designers for this banner and that banner, but with no actual purpose of where it's supposed to go and when.
Just make it look cool.
Yeah. I was just like, all right, I'll just do this. Because I would just get all these files from all these people I hired.
Yeah.
And then bam, I would just put it on. No idea what I was doing, dude. So I've been there.
Oh yeah.
I have been there. Trust me, I know. And then when you look back at it, you're like, dang, I should have did this. And the best part about this all is that album that you have out.
Right.
You can do a rollout easily and start pushing your music on social media.
Right.
You really can.
Yeah.
Like it's out, so that's fine. So you can push it.
Right.
And that's what I did with Ecstasy, and the numbers really increased because I was just willing to do it the right way, even though it was already released for a few years because it had been out for like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
So then when I finally started pushing it, I was like, oh, it's incredible when you do that the right way of how fast the numbers go up.
Right.
Yeah. So
and what were some things that you did to re-release it?
It wasn't so much a re-release. I just started pushing it social media wise. I would definitely say if you hire like a camera guy to do videography for you to make a lyric video and then make 30-second clips that have the lyrics under it, and just there is a real formula, and it's all about like if you're going to push a song, you make sure that you start with your brand as you. And then lead into the song, then come back to you, then lead back into the song as far as posts go, then back to you. And that's really a thing that you have to remember because, like, the people out there on social media, they want to connect to you first. Once they like you, then they'll give your song a chance.
Yeah.
Once they feel like they know you well enough, then they'll buy a ticket.
Right.
Then they'll, buy a song on iTunes. They will buy your album because they're actually, they feel connected to you and to your music. And that's the ultimate goal. So like when it came to Ecstasy for that song, I had to really start back on the ground level, slowly push the song like I was releasing it basically, but I would just say out now.
Out now, yeah.
Yeah, and it works just as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. As long as you're willing to put out the volume of posts that you have to do every week.
What would you tell yourself going into Nashville now that you've been there for 10 years?
Chill out. You didn't make the worst decision in your life. Life is good. It's going to be a process. You didn't win the lottery
Right.
like some do. And I think most bank on.
Yeah.
Everyone wins the lottery, man. You can get picked up the second day you're in Nashville
Yeah.
and get a record label and be huge. It happens.
Yeah.
Most of us are not going to be that, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, take care of yourself. Don't worry so much, and keep pushing on. And just remember, you have the best job in the world.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we get so busy and frustrated at this business, we forget that we have the best job in the world.
How do you deal with that feeling of getting numb to doing something that you once loved?
You have to have hobbies and passions and other things.
Yeah.
I play a lot of paintball.
Ah, that's cool.
I love it. And then when it's hunting season, once a year I'll go to like a duck camp.
Yeah.
I just got back I did a fishing trip down here.
Man, paintball, man.
Oh, I love
God.
it. I love it. I'm obsessed. I was obsessed as a kid, and then for years
sure.
I just never played for whatever
I
reason.
wonder if there's paintball in Mobile.
There was.
Yeah.
It was an awesome field when I used to play down here as a kid.
Man.
And now it's just a bunch of 30-something-year-old men and up playing paintball up in Nashville, and it's great.
Ooh.
It's great, dude. It's,
That's how you escape.
it's being
right
with the
there.
guys. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Shooting each other with paintballs. It hurts.
Make that a music video.
Oh, I would gladly.
Yeah.
It'd be the best music video I ever made for myself.
Yeah, my favorite color is paintball.
Pink or green or yellow,
Right.
whatever hurts,
Yeah.
because it's gonna hurt. But yeah, like you really have to find hobbies and passions outside of music so you don't
Right.
get burnt out.
How frequently are you playing paintball?
Oh, I go like once a week, dude.
Oh my
I go like every
gosh.
like Sunday morning. I go up there and play, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got the text group now. Who's going today?
How do you save? Money's got to be expensive. For paintball.
Funny enough, it's really once you buy your own equipment, it's really not that bad
You gotta
anymore.
buy your own equipment.
Yeah, once you like invest in your own equipment and have all your stuff.
You learn how to not just spam ammo.
Yeah, you learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how cheaper it really is, dude. It's really not that bad. But yeah, if I could tell,
What are some good paintball strategies?
don't get shot
But like
in the leg, especially. For some reason, the leg hurts, dude. Oh, and then one guy told me,
catch a crap like that.
don't keep shooting at someone that keeps shooting at you. Look the other way. Just let that guy shoot.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, you hitting each other is just not gonna happen. You're just wasting paint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just look to the other side, and then if no one's shooting at you, move up.
Oh man, that's so.
And I was like,
man.
"Is that some old timer in the shop was telling me that?" And I was like, "Oh, all right." I was like, "Wish someone would have told me that before."
Right.
While I'm trying to battle one guy from across the map that I know I can't hit,
Dude, I'm getting into
and
paintball.
he's shooting at me too. Oh, dude, it's so much fun. I've gotten so into it. I mean, yeah, when your passion becomes your career,
Yeah.
as much as it's still a passion, you got to find another one
Mhm.
because now your passion's your job.
Right.
So, which is great, but that leaves when your passion was playing guitar, that's kind of out the window.
Yeah.
So now you have to go find other passions and hobbies. And that has, honest to God, been one of the best things that I ever made decisions on is go find new things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, that's great advice to tell your younger self.
100%.
Looking forward, what's the plans?
So the plan is to get back in the studio. We go back October 15th. We are,
Saxman?
yeah,
Dope.
we're back at Grady's place. Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be great. Because I am,
He must be busy if you got a reserve.
bro,
for
he's
15.
all day, every day. He's got 4 studios at once in this house, and they're just cranking hits out.
Oh.
And it's so cool because you'll walk in and it's someone big,
Yeah.
and they're in the studio next to you.
I mean, that's
and
got to
you're
be the best part of booking with him is the networking too. Right?
Oh, 100%, man. Well, just having someone that knows the modern music industry sound,
Yeah.
the audio plugins, the way it's supposed to be recorded, the way speakers are made now.
Yeah.
He's so up on top of that.
He's in tune, literally.
Yeah, he literally knows what the next move is going to be, that audio needs to get better and clearer, or how it needs to be recorded. And a guy like him, it makes it easy. So, when I get a mix back, it's flawless. I'm not like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So you're like, great, we're good. You know,
waste
and
of
the level of that, like, weight off your chest as an artist of being like, oh, we're gonna have to go back in there. I got to tell this guy I don't like this, and this.
Never that.
Never have to worry about that with him.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's so nice, dude. And he's got a team up there, dude. They're all pros. They have a resume that says it, and
He only
they.
hires- it's like he's got a restaurant chain or something.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's the Ruth Chris of.
Ruth Chris.
Yeah, I remember going down here. Yeah,
That's good.
it's
man.
the palms of
Yeah.
recording. But no, it's gonna be great, man. And then I'm gearing up for festival season. We're applying for everything right now. I'm excited. I'm going on the road a lot more. Midwest is going to be a lot more of a scene for me now.
North Dakota.
Yeah, Fargo, coming for you, man. I owe them. I'll tell you that. I would love to go out there, man. The Midwest. The few times I've been to the Midwest now to play, they have some of the greatest fans, and they have the most music festivals I've ever seen, dude. It's
I
wild.
bet like North Dakota's probably ready for it.
Dude, they're all ready for. Like, I played in Wisconsin.
It's gonna be cold, though.
Yeah, whatever. Well, this is kind of like application time for 2026, so it's all
Application time. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that's like at the end of every season. So like the music industry season kind of dies out in like late November, December.
Yeah.
So you don't really want to put out any music during that time.
Christmas.
Yeah, unless you're putting out Christmas music.
Yeah.
That's what they're pushing. That's really the only thing they're really pushing.
Interesting. Nobody
And then-
drops music around Christmas time.
No, not unless if you do it like maybe early November, mid November, that's fine. But anything after that, if you're not doing Christmas music, it's kind of hard because there's less people in those offices. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of just dies down on the business side a lot more. And yeah, all the applications for festivals for the next year is all around the October fall time for most artists.
Yeah.
So kind of sets up for next year. So yeah, so that's the plan, man. Just releasing music, going back on the road. I'm trying to come down here more, man. I'd love to come back to Mobile and Orange Beach, and Gulf Shores, and
Yeah, man.
put on some shows, play a festival or two while I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, I'm excited. But that's about it, man. I'm really working the artist side of this now, so more originals as far as shows go. I'm still playing the cover gigs.
How
but,
many originals do you have in the vault? Really?
dude? I've been writing a lot since I got to Nashville. Co-writing, man. That's the.
Sharpen your
It's
pen.
an amazing thing to co-write with people,
Yeah.
especially that are much better than you,
Yeah.
because you see their process.
And what's like a good writing process?
Do your homework before you go to a co-write.
But do your homework.
Go write as much as you can
Got it.
when you're alone.
Yeah.
Think of titles for songs.
Right.
Record little melodies on
Yeah.
voice memos. The more homework you have,
Yeah.
the more that's archived of ideas. Even if you have like a line written down or a verse or
Right.
or a situation, it's better to bring to a room because one, it shows that you're there for real. Like you're like, hey, look, I'm trying to really do the songwriting thing.
Yeah.
And then two, it makes it easier because someone that also did their homework might have great ideas for the title, or you might have great ideas for them.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. So I would definitely say like the biggest process for songwriting is having your ducks in a row when you're on your own.
Yeah.
The best as you can at your ability, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, man. Is there anything else you wanted to bring to the table?
Just good to be back in Mobile.
Let's go.
I was driving around.
Let's go.
I'm going to Fusakli's. No doubt. Oh, don't think I don't remember, dude. I'm from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I'm going to Fusakli's after this. Shout out for a sponsor.
Yeah, man. We need you. Are you going?
Don't
like,
fake the food. No, I was down in Orange Beach, man. It was just good to be down there.
Yeah,
Some
man.
family. and-
I saw on one of your posts. You're like, I forgot why I wanted to make music. Now I remember.
Yeah, like I think it's important to go back to your hometown and see what actually, I don't know, what actually put it all together.
Right. Danny Spiro trending audio in the top.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Trending audio all day, dude. I do whatever I need to do when it comes to social media. It's just something that you have to accept as an artist, and that's fine. And then when you really do it every day, you laugh at yourself, and that's the best way to do it. Is when you're making fun of yourself
Right.
and you're just doing
Killing
what
that
you
ego.
need to do. Yeah. You're humbling yourself
Yeah.
in a little bit. It makes it healthy. But no, it's just good to be back here, dude. Thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a great podcast.
I really appreciate you,
Look
man.
forward to hearing more of your stuff. And
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, I've got a high standard to fill now that Danny's on the pod. So
Oh no, you've had a couple artists that I like
Yes, sir.
on here, man. So
Yes,
thank
sir.
you again.
Guys, find Danny Spiro on Instagram and all platforms, and go catch a drink with some Red Country fans. So we'll see you guys at the next wave.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.